meet the Investor Educationist Council, who I'm going to introduce you in a few minutes. You have already watched that is here. The Right Honorable Prime Minister and the Cabinet Patriotism Club, our dear students, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Today is a special day, and let me thank my colleagues, the previous speakers. The messages sent to you have been very clear, and I will invite Reverend, because I missed a prayer. Reverend today will not move with the Bible. You have the Bible there? On the phone. Now you are going to help me. Yesterday when I was sleeping, you see, yesterday was Sunday. I spent the whole day in church. I was at Gayaza, Church of Uganda, and everyone took me through. So I came very, very, very happy with so many scriptures that I really want to remind myself with. The first one, I know this one, everyone knows it. We are going to have two scriptures. One is going to be in Uganda version. I know they don't have it there because they are good at gramming. Now, another one will make the work easier. It will come from Jeremiah. And Jeremiah 5:21. I loved it. But I'll begin with the Uganda version, because I missed this prayer and I want to also speak to God. Let me first of all, pray for us by giving me the Zaburi. I know that I have it in head. They give you the microphone. Where's the microphone? We are beginning with the Zaburi.
Zaburi eya bimusatu Dawudi gye yawandiika ate nga bangi mugirina ne mutwe, kale katugisomere wamu. Mukama ye musumba wange, seetaagenga, agalamita mu ddulo ly'omuddo omuto, atwala ku mabbali ag'amazzi amateefu, akomyawo emmeeme yange, annungamya mu makubo ag'obutuukirivu ku lw'erinnya lye. Era newankubadde nga ntambula mu kisikizo ekiwumbe eky'olumbe, siritya kabi konna, kubanga gw'oli nange. Olugalo n'omugogo bye binsanyusa, onteekerateekera emmeeza mu maaso ga lwange, onsiize amafuta ku mutwe, ekikompe kyange kiyiwa, obulungi n'ekisa tebiremenga kugenda nange ennaku zonna ez'obulamu bwange. Ekitiibwa kibe ekitaffe n'ery'omwana n'ery'omwoyo mutukuvu. Amina.
Now you clap for the Lord. And now clap for Reverend. Okay, now Reverend, he left his glasses. Are you seeing Reverend? You can't see? Reverend is here, he's seeing you. Reverend cannot read on Psalm 1, Reverend. You can read. Omukyala.
Omukyala? Let's see, I told you to kusoma.
Why don't you, yesterday we were in church, we read this one. Jeremiah 5:21.
Jeremiah 5:21 says, "Hear, this, you foolish and senseless people, who have eyes but do not see, who have ears but do not hear. This verse is a rebuke from God through the prophet Jeremiah to the people of Judah, warning them of their spiritual blindness and deafness despite having physical senses. They are criticized for not perceiving or understanding God's message, highlighting their stubbornness and lack of spiritual discernment.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are not my words. God was talking to a group of people, and I don't know why he described them as fools and senseless. He told them that they have eyes, but they can't see, and they have ears, but they can't hear. And that's why I remember that scripture yesterday, the scripture, and today I have reminded you about the same. Let me, first of all, take this opportunity and thank all of you for being very smart. Thank you for being smart and thank you for being disciplined. I want to thank my colleagues here, the members of staff, for the support given to you in form of teaching, in form of guidance, and many other forms in which they have supported you. Please help me and thank them. Clap for the teachers for the work we've done. I want to thank also my team, the PR team, for the work well done, for the work they are doing. Thank you, team, for the good work well done. I want to, first of all, begin by introducing the visitor we have today, and I want you to join me if I introduce him and welcome him in a very special way. Please kindly join me and receive the visitor we have today. Time will come for you and they will ask you questions. Some of the questions will ask you will include but not limited the following. Show us your old boys. Show us the only students you studied with. And sometimes you may be afraid of stating and introducing those colleagues. This afternoon, we were joined by a seasoned visitor. His name is Alhaj Jaffa Senganda. Can you clap? Haj Senganda is a man of multi professions. He is a very resourceful teacher and an educationist for quite a long period of time. And he has greatly contributed to the development of education in Uganda. Haj Senganda is a lawyer and above all an advocate of the High Court and subordinate courts in Uganda. Please clap for a very big deal. Haj Senganda is an entrepreneur, is an investor. As we talk here, is one of the directors, the major directors in education in Uganda. He is the director of an international, powerful and primary school called Kitebi International School. This is an international school and is the man behind that school. I studied with him, I lived with him, and we were brothers and we were friends. He told me yesterday, I would like to come and visit you and spend the whole afternoon with you, and then I also like to speak to your students. He's a teacher of English and literature. And then I said, you're most welcome. And he kept to time. While we were in a meeting, in a staff briefing, he arrived and he has spared us time here. He's going to speak to us. And after speaking to us, I'll then address you on a number of issues. But I think I can request him, and I put a few issues here, and thereafter he'll come to say his message. I moved with the article today, published in Monitor Publication. And in that article, I saw quite a number of you students, you appeared there. Some of you who don't read the news, you find where you look for it. But I'll call one of my outgoing, the former Prime Minister, to come and help those who don't read news. And thereafter, this will give me a starting point. I want to thank the media for reporting correctly. So please help those who don't visit the library, and you can use one of the podium.
The team leader, the deputy head teachers, idea vista, the teaching and non-teaching staff, the prefectorial body, the students' body, a good evening. Dutch Ugandan exchange sparks global learning. The Kitebi Dutch exchange showed the power of cultural immersion in shaping open, globally minded learners. As the partnership sets its sights on the future exchanges and virtual collaborations, the experience stands as a strong reminder that education is most impactful when it engages minds, hearts, and hands across borders. By Daphne Nakabiri. As the education system evolves to meet the demand of a globalized world, creating a learning experience that goes beyond the classroom and examinations has become essential. This involves exposing students to real-world challenges, fostering cultural understanding, and encouraging collaboration across borders. During a 4-day intercultural, students and teachers from the Netherlands joined the community of Kitebi Secondary School in Kampala recently in a class differences do not in the ability of young people to connect, learn, and grow together. James Wandusi Mungesi, the chairman of the Global Exploration Exchange Program in Uganda, explains that incorporating exchange programs into education systems is crucial for broadening student horizons. He says such interactions not only expose learners to new ways of thinking, but also shape their behavior and mindset. I believe that students who take part in exchange programs become more open-minded, disciplined, and respectful of other cultures. This thus improves their understanding of diversity and prepares them to adapt in an increasingly global society. Mr. Hangesi adds that through interacting with peers from different cultures, students develop key soft skills such as empathy, critical thinking, and global awareness, which are essential in today's interconnected world. Such programs create opportunities for young people to learn from one another, challenge their assumptions, and build friendships that transcend borders. This not only enriches their education, but also prepares them to be active, responsible global citizens. Embracing differences. In a world where discrimination, bias, and cultural misunderstandings continue to divide communities, initiatives that provide empathy and global awareness are more important than ever before. Under the theme, Together One World, Marshall Jetting, a Dutch teacher, emphasizes that culture exchange plays a vital role in challenging stereotypes and fostering mutual respect. He shares that whereas many people carry unconscious biases about individuals from different races and backgrounds, often shaped by limited exposure or misinformation, students must engage in intercultural experiences that open their minds and broaden their perspectives. We may come from different cultures, but we are all equal in dignity and worth. And helping young people understand is one of the most powerful lessons of intercultural exchange, which enables them to appreciate the richness in diversity and learn to interact with others in a respectful and open-minded way. Jetting says, to bridge cultural boundaries and encourage deeper interaction, students from the two countries were paired and engaged in a variety of hands-on activities. These activities included cooking traditional meals on firewood, cleaning shared spaces, repairing school, plumbing, visiting local markets, playing games, and sharing classroom experiences. This allowed for one-on-one interaction, creating space for genuine conversations and lasting friendships. Edith Bachas, a senior 6th student at Kitebi SS, says during her interaction with her assigned peer, she discovered that the Dutch student was open-minded, friendly, and eager to learn about Ugandan culture. Bachas adds that the experience and visits have inspired her to dream bigger, and she hopes to travel and participate in a similar exchange abroad. Intercultural exchange sessions. One of the most eye-opening discoveries for the Dutch visitors was the difference in classroom size and their structure. In the Netherlands, students typically learn in smaller groups of around 30, allowing for personalized attention and a quieter learning environment. This was quite the opposite as classes at Kitebi SS, which were found to be capably accommodate more than 100 learners, yet discipline, attentiveness, and engagement remain remarkably high. And teachers expressed admiration for how focused and respectful the Ugandan students were. Despite the large population, another stark contrast was the spacious, clean environment and dress code. While Dutch schools allow students to wear casual clothes, the visibility brought about the school uniform in Uganda. You cannot tell who is rich or struggling. Everyone is simply a student, and that is beautiful. One student observed. Beyond academics, The exchange also provided meaningful moments of cultural and moral sharing. Mr. Muhammad Kamlegea, the head teacher of Kitebi SS, introduced the Dutch to the school's practice of beginning every formal event with an anthem. Clapping as a form of appreciation, a tradition that visitors embraced with joy and laughter. He encourages local and visiting students to uphold key moral values such as smartness, self-discipline, honesty, hard work, respect for visitors, and being God-fearing, as these values shape not only a good student but a responsible citizen. Mr. Kamlegea urged teachers to engage students' minds, hearts and hands in the interest of fostering holistic development, which is through effective teaching, active learning, thorough evaluation, continuous assessment, and ongoing feedback from all stakeholders. He emphasizes that this comprehensive approach not only equips students academically, but also shapes them into responsible citizens prepared to make meaningful contributions to society. On the other hand, Wanduse highlights time management as a key lesson students should take away from the exchange experience. He explains that effective use of time helps students develop discipline and focus, qualities that support their growth into successful individuals. A gesture of unity and friendship, the participating schools exchange gifts in form of magazines, textbooks, and cultural souvenirs. The Global Exploration Program was attended by 29 Dutch students aged between 15 and 18 years, with 5 teachers who took part in various activities. Looking forward, in line with the objectives of Uganda's education system to promote global understanding, practical learning, and cultural exchange, a partnership agreement was signed with program coordinators to facilitate more students and teacher exchange opportunities in the future. Mr. Kamlegea notes that there are plans to enable selected students and teachers to travel to the beginning of next year as part of the continuing collaboration. To further motivate and reward excellence, he pledges to sponsor 3 outstanding students who will produce the best reports from the exchange to travel to the Netherlands as ambassadors of the program. Also, both schools are working towards formalizing a long-term partnership that will allow annual exchanges and virtual collaboration. Tip: to measure the program's impact, students are encouraged to has shaped their learning, attitudes, and goals. This intends to inform future improvement and inspire other learners. Thank you.
Can you clap for the reader for the work of the man? Come and handshake the director here. And easy, soft hands are soft. Director, I know he has soft hands. And he's really holding the point. Thank you for reading. I have made an account of it. For those of you who thought they were reading a poem, I have been presenting an accountability to you. I want to thank you for coming the visitors. I want to thank you for receiving them, for guiding them, for supporting them, and the visitors appreciated your cooperation. Arising from the above, they have given us 15 slots for students to travel to Kingdom of Netherlands in January, and with a certain number of teachers and that will call for cost sharing. And if you are willing to have that cost sharing, of course you need to involve your parents and inform them about the recent developments, and I will need to get those chosen people with ability as early as possible so that we start processing on their visas. And our responsibility is only to pay for the air ticket. The visitors, the people are inviting us, they host us, they accommodate us, they aid us in traveling in the different countries of Europe. They feed us and give all the necessary support. The runners' slot is only 15. The amount of euros that we need is really very little. And those of you who are interested, because I have my paparazzi here, I'm not mentioned, but the contribution is very, very, very little for those who feel that they can do something. And then if you don't have a passport or you have one, I'll get your passport and we'll start. There is nothing dangerous if English would allow. I always tell him that if the English would allow, it would be dangerous, a lack of exposure. If you are not exposed, you are suffering from a certain disease. And I encourage every one of you to think. Exposure is important. This afternoon, when they are giving a report from the science tour, I got shocked when one of the officers explained that the water we take, I don't want to speak because I'm in the whatever, but I'm going to call him. What is Mr. Edward? This scientist, they will try explaining to me. I don't want to be caught on the wrong side of the law. What happened? What did you observe when you see the freeze regarding water? And you listen, I got shocked and I told them they should put me on the list. I should be the number one in the bus. Because I discovered there is a sudden exposure I don't know. So please, can you listen? He was part of the team. I'll give you some 3 minutes to explain.
Yeah, thank you, Haj. We visited National Water and Sewerage Corporation, Ruviji Sewerage Treatment Plant. And we learned that whenever we see these trucks coming to empty our toilets, they take all that sewage to that place. And that sewage is treated. It undergoes a lot of processes. It is treated, and later it is sent off to the swamps, and it finds its way to the lakes. The water, there is a separation between the solid and the liquid. So the liquid is sent to the swamp and it finds its way to the lakes, and it is the water we fetch again in our taps. So that is the process that it goes through. Thank you.
Then I asked him a question, do we get water from sewage? And he told me yes. I said no, I should board the bus. And I was telling the team, now see, why don't we take the senior 2 students to the same process? Instead of taking them to junior, it concerns us directly. I think the management of the science tour, and I want to go with them. I want to be the bus with them, and one of the buses, and then I get exposed. Is that okay? So, how many of you say that I should be in the bus to put up the hand? So I'm going to join one of the buses. This and then I now want to, thank you, the teachers who led the learners to science tour. Thank you, and thank you for the report given to us. Can I have the order? silence. I want to, in a special way, welcome our netball team from the national netball competitions in Tororo, as led by my colleagues, the deputy head teacher, Mr. Kambo, the assistant co-curricular, Ms. Nakazwe Joan, and head sports, Mr. Tifampa Muhammad. I want to really welcome you, and I want to thank you for representing us. I'm going to give you some time here to give me a report and give the runners reports. But I also got the message. When these ballers came here and they demonstrated for me, I interpreted them because they are telling me, no, you only took that space here. We are also here, talented and skilled in this case. Ballers, thank you for your message. I received it, and I'm going to share something here after these people have given us a report. I want now to invite Madam Joan to come forward and give us an accountability on how you represented us. Is she here? Please come and tell us on how we performed and the representation. Can you clap? The microphone is here, and please give us accountability. But they can come. Okay, go where you want. I have a team is flexible. As long as you.
Good evening, school. Now, before I address this gathering, I am requesting all netballers to come here. Please come here. Our dear leader and our special guest, we are very happy that we are here today. It's been 10 days out of Kitebi. And when we were out there, we noticed that Kitebi is a super school. Please clap. You can ask the netballers, Mr. Campbell, a super school in terms of feeding. Yes. So, please hurry. Now, we went for the national as we had promised. We took a team of 20 students, 2 teachers, a deputy, a coach, and a driver. We were over 90 schools, and we had a lot of games. I was told that in our absentia, some games were red. So I'm not reading them again. Now we went for almost 11 matches. I will talk about our neighbors. We had a match with Mbara Army, we had a match with Rubi, we had a match with Nyarugando, with Kakunguru Memorial, with St. Kizito, with Budo SS, with Maogola, with Kasana Vocational, with Tororo Girls, the host, and Kadugala Secondary School. And out of all those, we won 4 matches. all the games. We were the 66th position. Yes. I would like to thank the team leader, the school governing body for facilitating all of us here. These girls are very grateful for all the support you rendered. Our dear teachers, we are very grateful. You have been patient with us. We have not been doing activities of integration, and we beg that you give us those activities. To our fellow students, thank you for supporting. Even those who don't support us, please do support us. Our recommendations. As a department, we are encouraging all the students of this school to engage in sports disciplines. Now, when we were there, we noticed that there are disciplines that all of us here can do, and we did feature. We have games like Ludo. You people don't know Ludo? And it was there on national level. And people got accolades. So we have Ludo, we have beach football. The boys were demonstrating here. We didn't have a Kampala school for beach football. So if Chiteni had gone, we would have featured. We didn't have Ludo in Kampala. We need Scrabble. Those ones that don't have competition. We need beach volleyball. We can do these things. So let us all engage in this. And then we have one sport that almost all of us can do. That is dance sport. I usually see you here on the talent show. What you do is exactly what those people do. It is a sport. But remember, we are looking at particular years. So senior 5, senior 6, you're over this. We are looking at these other classes. We are looking at below 20. So if you're above 20, you're an elder. Please don't die. So dance sport, all those games I've mentioned. If you're in senior 1 to senior 4, some of you are young, can qualify. Even some senior 5, some, not all of you, your elders. Yes. So that is diversifying the games and increasing practice. I noticed that in all the schools of network, I think like 95, I had the students were most heavy. And those people were complaining that I wanted to, I just wanted to. Some people here are shaped in a way, you know, and we didn't have that type. People were not. And these people here, they were just a testimony that you are not doing practice. Those people were like, you can't have that big behind when you're doing practice. So I'm encouraging you out there to do practice so that we can win. Dear team leader, those students, after going for nationals, were given certificates. We even had 3 students who were taken for capacity building to become coaches because we were given that opportunity. And those 3 people who were given that opportunity to become coaches should come in front. You come. Where is the 3rd one? to become coaches, not umpires, who are given chance to train, like students to train so that they become coaches and others become umpires. So these ones were given that chance. And then you can go back. Others were given certificates on national level that are going to help them at UNEB level. And you have the certificates with you. I am kindly requesting that you give them the certificates with the help of Mr. Campbell.
Are you done with the accountability? Thank you very much, Madam Joan, for bringing us to speed. And I want in a special way to congratulate my daughters for that very big job well done, for representing the school and representing me. You have not exhausted the importance of this certificate that I want to give. I'm not just going to give. I would like Mr. to explain what happens and a benefit a student gets if the student presents one of the certificates, national certificates. It makes the advantage as far as the university admissions are concerned. Before I give them out, the public should know the importance of this certificate. Are you bringing to this first? There are some points added if you present this. When a student presents a national certificate at the national admissions, he is given certain points as far as co-curricular and sports is concerned. I therefore want to congratulate you and to thank you upon this big achievement. We are going to do quite a number of things. One, I'm going to take the picture with you, and we shall request our guests here to preside over the matter of handing over the certificates to you, and members of the senior management will take up also pictures with you, and I will feel very grateful because you are very good ambassadors in this case. Thank you very much, and don't go away. It's going to be the last item to handing over the certificate, and then after the special person has came, you will stay for a short period of time. We do the same. I want to thank also my team during, I don't know what's happening with my system, but I would like to request Mr. to read for me these names, and then they also come here and recognize them. I increased and strengthened my team, and I decided to give them training, and please call them and also come forward very fast. I don't have a lot of time. They should move very fast.
Thank you, TL. The PR team is divided into 4 categories. When I read your name, you come up very fast. We start with photography. I read your name and your name. Number 1 is semi-normative. Number 2, Kato Daniel 002, Isaso Henry 003, Sentale Trevor 004, Boji Mike Kevin 005, videography brackets video editing Senka Mapita 006, Ngorokoza Lake Jeremiah 007, Kanjume Elijah 008, Sempa Shadrach 009, Joshua Tusuvira 010, Seuliba Rashid 011, Chiaga Kenneth 012, We have the TikTok creators, or what you call the TikTok influencers. Nakasinde Maskula 013, Nakalima Sharua 014. You can stand in groups according to our categories. Nasanga Juliana 015, Sally Trevor 016, Yomo Grace 017, Ohumuza Faith 018, Nabazira Teddy 019, Namuju Marjorie 020, Semba Aaron 021, Nabiye Daniel 022, Nawasuma Angela 023. We have the VJ and the comment. Luoa Juma, our VJ 024, and the Mubiru Yusuf, our comedian 025. This team that I've read is led by a team of teachers, Mr. Tarigan, Mr. Setito Henry, and Miss Nachiboneka Sir.
Let me congratulate these people who are working in the office of the head teacher, and they are guiding him on issues to do with his public relations. Thank you very much, and I'm going to have a meeting with you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have sent for machines, and they are working on them. We have created our studio where we are going to do a lot of output, and the technical people are coming to put up that studio adjacent Nancy's office or the city bay, so that we are able to bring services and create services, bringing them nearer to you for your consumption. Our people, and I have a meeting with you latest on Wednesday, and we shall discuss many things. But thank you for the work well done, and I will continue guiding this team. They are doing very good work. Some of them, Mr. Jaffa, I'll bring them to you. Some of them are very good interviewers, and they are very good influencers in this case. We have the Masanyarazi, so you need to tap on the Masanyarazi in order to make our entity move in this case. So thank you for this team, and please clap for them because they represent you very well in all cases, and I also take picture with them. They can be this side, you stand this side and face this. There is a leadership club. I wanted the deputy carriers, Sharon. Yes, I don't have updates. Give me updates on the leadership club about the registration. In a few minutes. She told me about the club, the students, over 200 students. I was given a report, and I'm going to give guidelines on how to start on that.
Thank you, team leader. So I take the opportunity to update you on the leadership club. I have registered about 377 students. Some of them are current leaders, others are past leaders, and others are those who are not yet leaders but interested in training in leadership skills. Therefore, we are going to start our training, and these trainings will be spearheaded by our team leader. So we are working on the work plan for those trainings, and we are starting on Saturday. We are going to put up the program, then you will be updated
you very much. The leadership, they are going to address you. The program will be pinned on the spot, and you know that. Tomorrow, the science tour, students are going, and I think they'll be traveling to Jinja. I wish you journey masters. And while there, kindly represent me and represent the school ably and effectively. You are in able hands of the members of staff mentioned, and please do like what senior Chris did. The discipline was very good. We don't want another issue beyond that. On Wednesday, they just said, can we listen? We are going to have the project exhibitions, and it's going to be that day. We have requested the heads of department to work around with you to see that they come up with very clear projects. On that day, we are going to exhibit from here, and we shall put you live. We shall stream live, and we shall let many concerned people come, and you'll be able to speak about your projects. That's also another skill, another talent that we want to give around. And I requested Madam that by the end of business tomorrow, I should have registered students from different departments, those who are going to showcase as far as the matter is concerned. The second batch of the science tour will take place next week on Tuesday. It was supposed to take place on Thursday, and we changed the file. The company we use to transport you, the vehicles have been hired by certain government departments. On that day, they are not available. So the vehicles will be available on Tuesday, and bear with us for those changes. The first batch will move tomorrow, and the second one will go on Tuesday next week. But this also gives you chance, for those of you who have not yet paid, to continue and gear up with the concerned office. The issues of mob, they don't talk about them. We are going to come out with a clear program on Thursday. More likely, the timetable is going to be adjusted from the previous arrangement, and please keep watching and checking on those spot. We are going to put the mock program for you to follow them and then do something in as far as preparation. This doesn't fail you from starting preparing. Kindly continue doing the preparation so that you become successful. We have worked on infrastructures like the field toilets. We request you to please respect. We have also established the drinking water, safe water this site. The only thing we shall not allow, can you listen? Senior troops, don't get excited. The only thing we cannot allow is that if you are seated here and you want to take the facilities, nobody will be allowed to take water from that created point using these water bottles. You must have a water bottle, as I clearly said, and then you are free to take as much water as possible, because water itself is health and life. So we have put the safe water for you, and the water we have for cleaning here. When we are going to be here, I want the Right Honorable Prime Minister and the Cabinet organize your team to know the classes responsible for these facilities, and make sure you keep the facilities as I've given them to you, and keep the place very clean as usual. When my colleague entered here, he commended you for being very clean and moved around the school, and I said, I've never had a dirty student in this class, and indeed I don't have them, and we are going to have him there. At this point in time, allow me to invite my Haji Singanda Jaffa to kindly step forward and speak to you And when he finishes, we shall also request him to hand over the certificates together with the team to our team, and we shall have the pictures together. Please kindly welcome him, and then he addresses the congregation. Senior, you're welcome. Kindly address the congregation. I think let him be given a microphone. It's projective enough. Yes, is that okay? Okay.
Good evening, learners. I will not take a lot of your time. I request Madam Nashmuria Biba to come and stand with me. My old girl. Madam Nashmuria Biba. Now, my name is Sengan Jafari. Already have been introduced. Dear students, be attentive. Now I want to give you a very simple story, and then I'll let you go. It's when I woke, we saw I lived. When I was in P3, a teacher came to me, and I became lame since then. So I know how dangerous property is. The second story I want to tell you, I started my P7 from Kitebi Demonstration School in 1991. Most of you, even your parents, were not yet born. Now I got aggregate 7. I failed to be admitted at Kitebi SS, my first choice school. I was told at Gombe SS. Now because of my disability, by then I used to work with crutches, so my father looked for an alternative school. Now he took me to Kawempe Muslim Senior Secondary School, where I met Habiba. Now by then, Kawempe was not the Kawempe you see today. It was a very funny school, very funny school. Now imagine coming from Kitebi Demonstration School as it was then, a very powerful primary school for Muslim children. It was in the region of Shimon. All those were very powerful schools. Uganda Road, Bat Valley. So Kitebi was the prime school for Muslim children. So I went to a very funny school then, private Muslim. I cried obviously because some of my friends who had got even more points than I got found their way at Kitebi SS. But deep inside I said, let me fight hard. And I show people that it doesn't matter where you study from. The issue is, are there classes, are there teachers? You can make it. So in senior 4, I got a first grade. And most of my friends who went to Kitebi did not get that first grade. So kindly learners, never despair because you are in a school that might not be a school of your choice maybe. So don't despair because you are at Kitebi, not in Mengo, or not at Kibuli, or not at Narisosa. This school can give you whatever you need if you concentrate. Senior 6, Senior 5, I went back at Kibuli at Kitebi Muslim. By then, it was a growing school. Now Senior 6, again I passed. I was admitted at Makerere, but this is another turning point. I was not given law. I got 18 points and I was given education from government. Now my father told me he would not pay for me law because I wanted to do law. So I did education, I became a teacher, I taught at BBSS. I remember my sister was teaching at Sumaya. After Kitebi, I was transferred to Kitebi School. And in 2010, I resigned from teaching. I went and I did law. And that's where I met the team leader. We did law and we are both advocates. So what is my story about? In case you want to do, in case you have dreams, you can meet those dreams. Team leader by then, I was teaching at Kitante and he was teaching at Naishosa Girls. And we are friends since then. So dear students or learners, there are many opportunities in this world. When I visited team leader at USS, we had just gone there. You see, you could not believe what he did at the tenure, the short tenure he was there. When you visit his office here, it is bigger than and better than most post offices we have here in Kampala. Why? Because he believes in himself. The first thing I saw when I entered here was cleanness. The learners are very clean, very smart, kindly take it up. Dear learners, listen to me. I'm a teacher of literature and English. When you are given a compliment, I want to echo what Ray Tutor said. I don't know whether there's a teacher of literature and English. End of the week, he said whenever you get a compliment, you thank. So thank you for being smart. Thank you for being smart and neat. For some of you who never saw this school before, Kitebi was a laughing stock. But now it's a school of repute. It's a school of repute. As I conclude, I beg you to clap for your teachers kindly. Clap for your teachers. Please, I've requested you to clap for your teachers, dear learners. I told the team leader when I was seated there that you have very good teachers. Assemblies. You see, when I was a teacher, one thing that would give us, one thing that we could dodge as teachers was assembly. But I'm happy. Here, attentive, this is what we call assembly. Let us clap for our parents, all of us. Let us clap for our parents. For paying for us school fees. You see, that is important. That is important. You go to many schools around. You just step out of Kampala, you see learners studying barefooted. And you see how smart you are. So let us clap our parents again for paying for us school fees. Let us clap for our government for subsidizing our school fees. That is important. That is important. Let us clap for all our support staff, people in our toilets, people who our food. That is important. When I went to the US to do my studies, I was also partly, I used to work in a student's dining room. And at night I would clean toilets. So I know what it takes to clean a toilet. So let us clap for those. Now as I conclude, dear learners, the future, you are our future. Dear learners, listen to me please. Your parents are making all sacrifices because you have the future. You have the future. I have seen learners who read news here in Uganda, and I want to say that team leader, I will pay 50% of their school fees. There is a